right, this is going to be a very important thing in the election, just exactly how these candidates think we can really generate growth. They're all talking about taxes. A number of them are out with new tax plans. Donald Trump, for example, said he's going to cut the number of brackets to 4, with the top rate being 25%. Marco Rubio, Jeb Bush, and John Kasich want 3 brackets with the top rate ranging anywhere from 28 to 25%. And Fiorina wants to reduce the number of pages in the tax code. There are a lot of them. And Carson has proposed a tithing system similar to a flat tax. 2 other Republican candidates are proposing flat taxes. Rand Paul wants a 14.5%, and Ted Cruz 10% across the board. I just talked to this senator last night, and I asked him how it's all going to work.
Well, it would mean incredible economic growth. And in terms of the results, my #1 priority, both in the Senate and as president, is economic growth, because every other challenge we've got depends on growth. And the simple flat tax that I'm rolling out, a 10% flat tax for everyone, would produce 4.9 million new jobs over the course of a decade. It would increase capital investment by 44%. And critically, every income decile would see double-digit increases in after-tax income, 14% or greater. So,
Okay.
you know, what that means, if you're a single mom, you're making $40,000 a year, a 14% increase would mean an extra $5,600 in your pocket to provide for your kids, to make ends meet, to pay the bills. It is transformational in the Reagan-Kemp growth model.
All right, well, you know the criticism of these flat tax plans, and that's that your average American, your poor American, is going to be hurt by them because effectively they're having to pay a bigger nut of their overall income compared to, say, someone who's making a lot more money. How are you going to answer that criticism?
Well, it's simply not true. If you look at the numbers, and anyone that wants to really study the numbers, we have the full details of the plan on our website, tedcruz.org, tedcruz.org. You can look at every income decile, the 10% making the very least income, see at least a 14% increase in after-tax income. That was one of the things when I was designing this plan, is that it would benefit everyone across the board. And let me describe how it works.
People are going to say, Senator, that it benefits the rich too much. I mean, you know you're going to get that criticism.
Look, I understand that liberals love to tear down the rich, but you know what? We've seen Obama doing that for 6.5 years, and 2 things have happened. Number one, the rich have gotten richer. Right now today, the top 1% of our income earners earn a larger share of our income than any year since 1928. The people that have gotten hammered are people who are struggling. They're young people, Hispanics, African Americans, single moms, people like my dad was 58 years ago as a teenage immigrant washing dishes. Because when economic growth is stagnant, from 2008 to today, the economy has grown just 1.2% a year. The people who get hit are the most vulnerable.
Yeah, no,
you want to turn it around, get back to Reagan-era booming economic growth.
So
that's
you want
what
growth,
the simple flat tax
and part
does.
of that is, lowering taxes for everyone. This, however, only kicks in at a certain rate. Is it $37,000 when they actually would start paying it?
So it's growth and it's fairness. So for a family of 4, the first $36,000 you earn, you pay 0. You pay no income tax, you pay no payroll tax, you pay nothing. And then above $36,000, everybody pays 10%. And it's flat, it's fair, it's uniform. What that means is the hedge fund billionaires no longer pay a lower tax rate than their secretaries. It's fair across the board for everyone.
But, Senator, how do you come up with $36,000? I'm just always curious on this. Why not just say, okay, everyone's going to have some skin in the game. You're all going to pay 10%, period. I mean, what if you're the schmo that's making $36,001 and now suddenly you get to turn over 10%?
No. You don't pay 10% on the whole thing. If you're making $36,001, you pay 10 cents in taxes.
Okay.
You only pay 10% on the dollar that's above $36,000.
Again, though, you may get critics who say it's discouraging people from making that extra dollar, making something beyond the $36,000.
But it's exactly the opposite. By having a low uniform rate, it incentivizes people working and earning more. It's why you see such incredible growth numbers. And one of the things that is really powerful, with a simple flat tax, we're able to eliminate the payroll tax, That, for many Americans, the biggest tax they pay, the payroll tax, goes away altogether. We eliminate the death tax. We eliminate the alternative minimum tax. We eliminate the corporate income tax. We eliminate the Obamacare taxes. And instead, you have a simple, flat tax that is fair for everyone. And the biggest consequence of that is it means you and I can fill out our taxes on a postcard or an iPhone app, and we can abolish the IRS.
Wouldn't that be nice? All right, Senator, let me turn to something else that's very much in the news right now, and that's a video that came out with a bunch of kids, Hispanic kids, swearing. Let me play it for you. I'd like to get your reaction.
This is my home.
You can't take my rights away.
If you don't like our Constitution and what it stands for, get the out of my country.
There's the door.
All right, so this is being directed to a certain extent, obviously, at Donald Trump, and it's using kids to employ a political message. You grew up Hispanic in this country. What's your reaction to that?
Listen, I think the political cynicism of this attack ad to exploit little kids. I mean, listen, I watch that ad and I view it from the eyes of a father. I've got two little girls who are 5 and 7. And I would be horrified to see my girls speaking using the kind of language that those kids. I don't blame the kids. I blame their parents that are sticking the kids out and having them curse like a sailor and use them basically as political props for their parents' politics. It's really disappointing, and I don't think it shows the best side of who we are as a people.
You're looking forward to Tuesday?
I can't wait till Tuesday.
I'll see you in Milwaukee.
I look forward to it. It should be fun.
It will. Senator Cruz, thank you so much.